Hello and welcome to another game collection video, and today I will be doing another 3DS game. The game I will be doing today is a more of an obscure game. In Japan it's called Fish Eyes, and it's actually the 15th year anniversary in Japan. And in America it's called Real Fishing. The first release was on the PS1, and they made multiple games, releasing on PS2, Dreamcast, Wii. And this is the latest version, Real Fishing Paradise 3D on the 3DS. And it was released on June 21st, 2011. And it's made by Marvelous Entertainment, now called Marvelous AQL. And a lot of Natsume published games in America are actually made by Marvelous Entertainment. For example, Harvest Moon series, which is a little bit more famous in this series. And this game is mostly fans of fishing, the fishing genre, and who love to go actually fishing in real life as well. Because there's a lot of cool elements of fishing included in the game. And it says here, like all the other 3DS games, playable in 2D and 3D mode for ages 7+, CBAC. The 3D effects in this game are pretty decent. Not amazing, but there is quite a lot of cool 3D effects to it. And the game is rated E for everyone. And like a lot of 3DS games, it's emphasizing the new dimension in fishing, which the new dimension meaning the 3D. And it says here that there are 15 stages, 40 fish, and over 100 pieces of tackle. And it is true there's a lot of tackle, but the game really doesn't need that much, I think. Some of them are just there so that you can have variety. And you don't really need them to catch all the fish in the game, but what's nice, one feature of this game I did enjoy is the ability to catch the fish and put them into a 3D tank. But a problem with that I felt in the game is the limitation of the size of the tanks, and you can't really put that many fish in each tank. There's only 2 tanks, one for saltwater and one for freshwater, and I think you can only put like 5 fish per tank, and that's not that many, and I wish they actually allowed you to put more in. And there aren't many other features besides the single player mode of fishing. And what's kind of surprising is the fact that it's rated E, but they don't actually tell you why it was rated that. It says search for more detailed rating summaries at ESRB.org. Usually they write it here if there's not that many things that actually make it have a higher rating. It's rated E, so they probably don't have that much anyway, so I don't know why they don't just put it on here. But, oh well. Let's open up the case and see the inside. Inside the case, we'll see the game cartridge. The cartridge is just normal. Just says Real Fishing Paradise 3D, and just has this water background with Natsume logo on it, and the Nintendo seal of approval. And also included is just the instruction manual, nothing else. And here it shows Real Fishing Paradise 3D, and inside we see the warning labels like normal, not surprising. Nintendo seal of approval again, and the publisher, Natsume, Series Fun. And the front page, the first page we'll see the table of contents and warning of stylus use like normal. And here are the controls. The controls are very simple. You can either use the buttons or the touchscreen for fishing. It's nice that they give you 2 control schemes for those who don't want to use the touchscreen. And in my opinion, I really didn't use the touchscreen much. I just used the basic controls. And here's getting started with saving and loading and options. And here is the aquarium where you can store your fish and then decorate the aquarium with algae, rocks, and other things you can put in your tank. And here's the actual fishing part of the game, which is the most important part. And the game has multiple fishing spots. You unlock them as you progress and do missions. Missions basically catching the required fish. And in the fishing menu, you can change between different kind of tackle. Depending on what tackle you use, it's easier to catch certain types of fish. And here's the directions of how to fish. Pretty simple. And here's talks about the live well, where you store the fish. When you catch the fish, you can temporarily store in a live well until you exit the menu, and then you can store the fish in the tank as you choose to do so. And here's the fishing notebook. It's kind of nice that they gave you the option to see like the biggest fish you've caught, some information about like your game data, like how long you played, and all the types of fish you caught within the game. And this just tells you some tips, not many. You have to go, it's in the menu and you can look through it, and if you're having trouble like following the instructions or the controls, you can go there. And then the stats, which I said earlier, which tells you some information about like your fishing, your catch percentage and play time, and some information of your save file. And that is it for for this game. And I would just say it's, for people like fishing games, it's not a bad game. It's hard to recommend for most people because it does get a bit boring after a while, but it's kind of realistic in that kind of sense. Fishing requires a lot of patience, and patience is needed to play this game because sometimes it does get frustrating catching a certain type of fish because they're harder to catch and sometimes take a while. And I would have to say it is realistic in some way, and I would have to say for those who like fishing, it is a good game, but not for all. And that is it for this game collection video, and I'll see you in the next one.